Hello, bonjour, Savan. How are we today? It is Monday, March the 10th, 2025, here in southwestern Ontario, Canada, by the beautiful shores of Lake Huron. The ice and the snow is breaking up. I was actually able to walk on the beach yesterday for the first time. It's been sunny, blue skies. It's now drying up. We've had too much water, as in the way of the form of snow as well as a lot of rain, so the ground has been super duper saturated to the point where the roads are just like mush. These are the non-paved roads, I'm going to say. Very difficult, very difficult getting around here in the moment. Forecast looks good. We're supposed to have sunshine and warm weather, like spring type weather, double digit weather for the next week until Saturday. I'm hoping that's true because then, my road won't be a lake anymore. It'll actually return to being a road. So as I was coming on here today, it's such an emotional turmoil day is how I'm feeling it. How are you feeling? There is something in the air. There is something going on energetically here. Because the emotions and the turmoil I have been feeling since like 2 this morning, it's been a lot. About 2 o'clock I woke up. I don't think I got back to sleep until maybe about 2 hours later. Huge waves of fear were going through me. My thought processes, my central nervous system, everything was being affected. I did not like it. I wanted to sleep. Didn't happen. I eventually got up and took some of my one particular herb that I really like for the central nervous system. It's a nervine, and my body particularly likes this herb. And it took a while, but it started to do its job and worked on the central nervous system and started to quiet it down to a point where I could actually get the information that I needed. When you're upset, when you're emotional and hyper emotional, no matter what kind, but usually I'm referring to being anxious, fearful, those kind of negative emotions, then it's just like static around you. You can't penetrate that until you calm yourself down. And you have to do it. Nobody else can do this but you. So as you start to remove that frequency of static around you and you become a smoother vibration, then the energy codes of transmitting light from higher realms can actually get through to you and help you. So I went through a very unpleasant time this morning. I'm feeling tired and worn out, even though I did go back to sleep, had another 4 hours or so. So, I had between 7 and 8 hours. It's, that's acceptable. But I feel totally drained in my body, and the emotions, they're raw today. I decided to take a little lunch break, and I was watching some more of those Doctor Who shows on Prime Video. I've been following it along ever since I first told you months ago. I think we're on the 3rd different Doctor Who now. And he's supposed to be the last one. He's the 13th, and that's the last time he can regenerate as a Time Lord. And then, he's done. And so they've chosen the actor, and he's this surly, gruff, Scottish old man. and with these, piercing eyes and huge eyebrows and very unpleasant manner, shall we say. Oh my gosh, reminds me of my mother. Yeah, yeah. And of course, people don't like him. he's, he's not like the other doctors where people actually like them, the different variations on his theme of being. And this show I just watched had to do with, interestingly enough, solar flares coming onto the planet. And of course, as we know, those of us who are awake and aware and follow what's going on, the solar flares just increase the intuitive abilities and they ground you more in the higher light. So that was what appealed to me. I got to watch this show. It's about solar flares hitting the earth. And of course, everybody thought this was going to, blow up the planet, and that's the end of Earth and all of humankind. And this very strange thing happened. There, these little light beings came in and grew the forests and expanded these forests all around everything on the planet. So all the cities, they showed London, England, it's all covered in trees. All the buildings are covered in trees. You couldn't even get out your door. Just everywhere. So the whole planet no longer looked blue and green from space. It was just green. It's totally green, emerald green. And that's a good thing. That's a good high light. That's your healing light when you see that. And of course, the Doctor Who goes in and it's terrible. This is the end. And then he starts to realize, this forest can't be burned. They tried, of course, the military tried to go in and burn it down, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. There's so much oxygen, apparently, from all the trees that the fire starts, but it doesn't actually burn the wood or the leaves or anything. So then the doctor figures it out. That's what's going on. All these trees, the forest, the trees, are a shield. They're covering and protecting the planet. So when this huge solar flare emerges from the sun and it hits the planet, it's just like the trees save it. I became very emotional with that. I don't know why. Past life, maybe. I don't know. I have a very strong affinity with trees. I am tree energy. I hear that from time to time. Trees are my thing. I live in a forest. I live actually in a birch forest, birch and cedar forest. So the emotional roller coaster I've been going through since 2 a.m. has been incredible. I'm not exactly what you would call an emotional person. Let's see what time it is. Yeah, so this is it's just after 2 now in the afternoon. So from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. it's been disconcerting. It's been curious. It's been, why is this happening to me? Kind of a thought structure, and feeling very, very weak and feeling very vulnerable. That's the word coming through. It's emotional vulnerability. And don't we feel kind of weak when we feel that way? It's not really a weakness, it's just a sensitivity. And there are times when we just have to go through this, occupy the space with this, and feel and learn and experience this. So what this is leading up to, I can't say right now in the moment, but when I'm getting the information to give to you from the higher dimensional realms of time, I'm getting that this is aligning us with our prime directive timeline. Because as we know, when we rise up in frequency, we have to get rid of the lower frequencies. It's on a scale. On a scale of light's what I'm hearing. So this is unearthing, this is digging out, this is reprocessing the old, darker, lower streams of light on your planet and on your world. Because as our own solar flares come on and hit our beautiful world, our beautiful planet here, we're going to have more exposures in the higher light. So people are going to start to awaken. I'm hearing it, to their higher might. They're going to know. They're going to know more what to do. Their subconscious awareness comes through, and it's like they have this clearing in their mind's eye, in their third eye, the sixth chakra. It's like it opens up the pineal gland. It's the sunlight can get in where it was shut down or darkened before, and you couldn't see enough of the light. So this gives a higher access to your higher frequencies of light. And you're able to tune in to all of those frequencies of the lower light. So in other words, you can see it all. Low to high, high to low, back and forth, like we explained to you so many times. This is what happens to us when we have this awakening. I am speaking with my higher selves, my angelic realm, my angelic team, my sunlight beings, off planet, off world, telepathically. We go through the whole spectrum of the different rays of time. It's multidimensional. That's what we are. We're multidimensional spirit-like beings. You can't stop that. You can't stop us. You can stop us from remembering for a short period of time, and then we wake up again when we're back on our ascension line. And that's what we're on now. There's no stopping us. There's no prohibiting us. There's no saying, no, you can't go there. Because we're already there. It's already a done deal. Been there, done that. So there's no escaping these higher truths coming through. You're going to see this in the shift. And there's a shift in the axis point too. And then you'll be in a higher congru. We're just bringing this information through. Okay. To the higher parts of you. So it's like a storm, a virtual storm of reality being repositioned on your planet. So you don't see the old subterfuge, you don't see the angst, the anger, the conditioning, the lying, all that stuff. You don't see that. You don't get to see just that anymore. You get to see the higher realms as well. And then you can make your choice. Oh, yes, I could be this way, or I could still be in the lower way. Which way do I feel more comfortable in? Because it's going to be an emotional bonding with your higher light. Yeah, I'm still I feel exhausted. This is beyond just the body needing more sleep and rest. It's just exhausting to the spirit because we're being pushed so hard and so fast to get through this clearing, to come into our higher light. And even though those of us amongst humans on the planet, on your world, most of us already get this now, but some of us have been here before and done all this before, and we know what's coming. So we can feel the others awakening. We can feel their distress. And then we can feel when they feel highly blessed. Believe me, it's a lot nicer when you feel other people who are feeling highly blessed than when they're feeling distress. I had more patience when I was younger for this. I don't have, I feel like that old Doctor Who, he's the old crone, he's the old master. It's just like, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. I can't take it. And I understand that feeling now. So I understand, when I was younger and, you'd meet these we used to call them old crotchety people, old crotchety man or woman. And you wonder why they're so grumpy. And of course they have their physical ailments, so they don't feel good, right? And you know it You know what you are like when you're sick. You have a few days or a few weeks being sick, but I mean, imagine feeling in poor health like 24/7. It's not pleasant to experience that. But there's an understanding there that you don't have as much patience as you did when you were younger and healthier. And then you also see the nonsense that's going on. And it's like, oh, Mom used to say in her 90s there, she would say, oh, that's just so stupid. That's so stupid. And it's like, I think, why does she call everything stupid? Like, I don't get that. Now I get that. Because it just comes down to, the behaviors going on and the old conditioning and the brainwashing, and you see the person acting out. They're acting out their programming, their traumas, but that's not them. They're just playing this out. It's coming out, so they act out. And when you can see that, you just shake your head, and it's like, you don't have to do that. But you're behaving that way, and you're destroying everybody's lives around you and relationships around you. So it's really stupid to do that. I understand that now. So that's what the old Doctor Who, in the series where I'm at now, the BBC. You lose patience. It's hard not to lose control of your emotions. So there's more and more peace that comes into you to help you with that misalignment. And you start to feel better. You start to accept, no matter what, you accept. And you detach from that emotionally, because it drives you crazy if you don't. So all of a sudden, I've been feeling these very strong emotions from 2 until 2. I feel like it's dissipating now. After I'm done with this, I'm going to go out and spend time outside in the trees, and I think I'll go for another walk on the beach today in my boots and a little bit of snow that's left on the sand. But the sand is hard. It's like a pavement. It's like walking on a sidewalk. So however you are going to be dealing with your emotional base, understand you can work through this. You can dissipate it. So I can't be in detachment mode right now when it's flooding me. It's flooding the airways so potently. There's too much. It's too much. It's overflowing. Filling that cup, and you just keep filling, and the cup can't hold it. It's got to go somewhere. It spills on the ground, doesn't it? So we have to dissipate it in a healthy way, not in an unhealthy way. Not freaking out, not taking it out on other people or the dog or the cat or whatever. Just go somewhere private, release it however you need to. As I say, I prefer to go out in nature. You can hug a tree. It sounds so old, but it so works. Hug a tree. You ask. Take a deep breath. Get into that meditative state and just say, I'm really needing help right now. Could you please help me? And be humble and ask for the tree spirit light to come through you and help you. Please take away this pain I'm feeling. You can be in physical pain. You can be in emotional pain. It doesn't matter. It's still pain. And that tree will love you enough to do that for you. I am speaking from experience here, because everything I do is from experience. If I don't know, I'll say I don't know. But if I do know, I know through experience. So know yourself. The oracle. Know yourself. Know thyself. That's the biggest mystery around. But once you do, and you have your third eye open, and you have your transmume channel connected, open and ready to connect to spirit, there's nothing stopping you. You bring up the subconscious issues, you work through all of those and your traumas, And pretty soon you can ditch all of that and it's gone. And it's just you, the real you, not the facade you, the real you, the real spirit human being behind the mask. And you've been adoring that mask for too long now. So it's going to hurt. That's how you're going to translate that. It's going to feel painful. And you don't like that. Who does? You got to get through it anyway. If you want to complete your journey here, you're on your ascending timeline, and you want to make it out of here on that timeline, you have to ditch all the old emotional traumas that bind you to your past. Because as we always hear, the past does not last. Okay? So you're either going to go through a down line of time and go out and come right back in, or you're going to go on your ascending timeline and you're going to go out and not back in. It's up to you. Okay? Depending on what your plan was, your blueprint, when you incarnated here, that's what's going to happen. But from what I have noticed, we can actually change that too. I used to be told you're too late for your Stargate. That's not the case anymore. All right, that got changed. I'm not quite sure how, but it got changed. So you can do it. Okay, so we're all in the subconscious awareness awakening trip, and even though we don't like it a bit, we're going to learn how to flip the energy and establish a new trip. Okay, so whatever was the old journey, the old pathway, we can now transmute it into the new journey, the new pathway, into our higher light. God bless. We give you peace, love, and light. We are speaking to you from our angelic might. God bless. And we are now going to say good night. Okay. It's not nighttime here, but that's what I'm hearing. So blessings on your journey of light, wherever you are. Make peace with yourself. Gain acceptance over your lower fields of lower light. And gain through your higher insight. God bless. We give you peace, love, and light. All right, I guess that's it. If you do want to make an appointment with us, you can go to the website, www.healingourenergy.ca, and book your appointment there. I offer in-person sessions. I offer go-to-meeting sessions, which is like Zoom. That can be recorded and emailed to you as well. And I do long-distance sessions as well. So you can check all that out on the website. And I guess that's it for today. So blessings. Take care of yourselves and others, and we shall speak again. Bye for now.